What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Goon Squad. This is your boy Mr. Squad bringing you another episode of r/AskReddit. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the bell icon so you know when the new videos go up. Let's go ahead and get started. Who was the dumbest person you ever met? How did you know? I asked a temp at work to weigh a couple of lever arch files for postage. She came back and told me they were 65 kilograms. I asked if it were possible that it was 6.5 kilograms, but she insisted it wasn't. We argued about it for a good 5 minutes. It wasn't until I asked her how much she weighed, bold move asking her how much she weighs, 59 kilograms, that it finally twigged that these two small folders couldn't possibly weigh more than her. One time, my now ex-girlfriend was watching Maury Povich, one of those paternity test episodes with the classic, "You are not the father" moments. And she turns to me and says, "If we ever have a baby and I find out I'm not the mother, I'll kill you." Thankfully, we didn't end up reproducing. You just randomly bring home a baby. Congratulations, dear, we've had a child. Don't worry, it's yours, honey. A few years ago in Australia, Coke changed their bottle to be a bit narrower and taller to use less plastic. Both bottles were 600 milliliters. A girl in my class at university was adamant that the change wasn't to reduce plastic, but so they could put less Coke in it to save money. I know they're both 600 milliliters, but the new one has less Coke in it. People like this are the reason why companies have to stoop to ridiculous lows in order to cater to the biggest morons out there. Didn't a fast food company have to discontinue a third-pound burger because people thought the quarter-pound burger was bigger and therefore the third pounder shouldn't have been more expensive? Something like that? I'm probably remembering it wrong. No, I think that's actually exactly how that happened. My friend wanted me to try whole wheat pasta. I explained that I'm allergic to wheat. She said to try it because it's not wheat, it's whole wheat. Holy shit. I had a boss that told me she never kept leftovers from a meal because that's how polio got started. All that pre-cooked food in the supermarket. It's all polio! A girl in my middle school genuinely thought that people had landed on the sun. Her explanation for this belief was to insist that the moon and the sun were made of the same stuff. Well, yeah, protons, neutrons, and electrons. You can build a lot of wacky shit with that, though. Protons, neutrons, electrons, and morons, apparently. Morons, the missing piece to the standard model, found at last. White girl didn't think she could get pregnant because the guy was Mexican. Swear on my life. A girl in my sophomore year of high school who thought there were 6 months in a year. She was really nice, but very surprised and confused when we tried to set her straight. How did she get to high school without someone setting her straight? Well, you see, she got there in half the time. When I was in the Air Force, I was the lead trainer certifier in my unit. When a new person would show up, I'd watch them do the job, answer any out-of-the-ordinary questions, etc., and when I felt they were ready, I'd sign off saying they were qualified. This all happened after they finished a 6-week school learning the job. The 73 troops I trained took on average 3 days to complete this phase. Then there was that one guy. I took him under my wing non-stop for an entire month. He'd mess something up one day and we'd correct it, no big deal. The next, he'd get it right, but get something else wrong. Then, on the following day, mess up on the first thing we had corrected. Bear in mind, he has a step-by-step checklist in his hand that lists everything to do and in what order to do it. After a month of this, I figured there was nothing I could do for him. Maybe it was my teaching method. So I handed him over to my supervisor. They spent another 3 weeks together until he was finally certified. A month and a half to learn what should have taken 3 days. Personally, I really liked the guy, had a good heart, didn't give up after the setbacks, and probably the funniest non-comedian I've ever met. He was just a bit dense when it came to the job. The job was refueling jets, which is really about 2 degrees harder than filling your car. A chimp could do it, and probably learn in less time. Miss you, buddy. Hope you're still doing well. Half of my science class thought that the International Space Station was just some building on the ground. Ah yes, the International Land Station. A friend of mine is a sweet guy, but is overweight and balding, and quite frankly, not very attractive in the face. Well, one day he lets us know that he has met a girl and she might be the one. He's in his late 20s for reference. Well, I've met some of the jewels he's hooked up with in the past, so I wasn't expecting too much. Finally meet this girl, and she is drop dead gorgeous and has a body that is incredible. I talked to her for a while and she's super friendly and outgoing. I'm stoked for my boy. He found the best he's ever gonna find. Let him live. Anyway, the night progresses and the new couple starts talking about their plans for an upcoming trip to New Mexico. And she starts telling us how excited she is because she's never gone to another country before. I laughed a bit and realized she was dead serious. My friend just looked at me and shook his head, and I knew that he knew she was dumb as a fucking rock, but she was his dumb fucking rock. For what it's worth, he helped her get her passport. Did they stay together? I need to know. Yes, married now and breeding. Hopefully they get her looks and his brains. But what if it's the reverse? That is some Russian roulette shit right there. I knew a grown woman who thought that dinosaurs never existed and were a hoax that is being perpetuated through time by scientists trying to be in on the joke. Her main argument for this point: if dinosaur bones are real, tell me why it's only ever a paleontologist that keeps finding these bones. Not a whole lot of part-time retail employees finding dinosaur bones in their spare time. Well, that proves it. A girl at my high school didn't know you could get pregnant from cum. So she learned that when she got pregnant? Please tell me she didn't. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. Can you get pregante? Pregnant. Pregnant. What an idiot. Everyone knows you grow babies in your stomach by swallowing cum. I legitimately went to high school with a girl who thought this, and argued it to no end. I believe her position was something along the lines of,
"No, I don't use condoms. They don't feel right, but that's fine. I just don't swallow. Ain't nobody got time to be preggers."
Guess who didn't finish high school because she was preggers? I had a guy at work tell me that Benjamin Franklin was the 100th president because he's on the $100 bill. I mean, we're only on the 45th, so he could be one day. In another 200 years, a kid may well be named Benjamin Franklin, unironically. Ben Franklin unironically? Present! I live in southern Spain. I once met a girl from the US who was here on some kind of exchange program. When I asked her how she liked Spain so far, she said, "I'm loving it. I just don't know why the plane took so long to get here. I mean, we're just a bit below Mexico. I don't understand why the flight was so long." Then I told her that we are in Europe, and she didn't believe me. Her reply was, "Europe? It can't be. Everyone speaks Spanish, so we must be somewhere near Mexico for sure." She was in university. I still don't know how or why. How do you join an international exchange program without even knowing where you're going on the fucking map? Some people glide through life with a guardian angel preventing them from walking into traffic. Totally. I remember another time when she was in a convo, she said, "It was a blessing in disguise." I then told her, "Don't you mean blessing in disguise?" She got visibly upset and told me that she was pretty sure that what she was saying was a blessing in disguise, and that since English was her mother tongue, she must know better. I currently work with this person. Didn't know detergent existed other than Tide. Was washing her clothes with Downy and was wondering why stains weren't coming out. Made illegal right turns from left lane in front of 2 different coworkers at different times. At the age of 20, has already totaled 7 cars. Got customer complaints that she was constantly on phone and tried to hide it when managers were near. Left a nasty lint roller on the counter covered in fake hair. I hate fish. I've never had fish other than fish sticks. Asked how old I am. The next day asked if I was alive in the 90s. Doesn't know own address or what city she lives in. You can't be that stupid, come on. Doesn't believe me that California has snow. Described how she made tacos once and she put water in it and it turned into meat soup. Ugh. Customer said they lived in the boondocks. She handed a post-it to a coworker that said, "Why do people here live in the boombox?" Australia is a part of the United States. She got that and Alaska confused somehow. Thought Haitian was half Asian and black. Coworker brought in cake and told new girl he made it. She believed him despite the price tag and retail packaging. These are all things she's said to me or within earshot of me. I wish I were making this up. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment below and let me know what you think. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to give this video a like and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you know when the new videos go up. Join the Goon Squad so you don't miss anything, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.